Welcome back to another day in the SPBL. I am your host, Carson Piasek. My co-host, Will Main, is right here with me. And we have a doubleheader coming up for you today. Our first game is going to be the Mystics versus the Scrappers, followed by the Blackfriars versus the Ball Hogs. And coming to this first game here, the real storyline is that up to this point in the season, the Scrappers are the best team in the league, and the Mystics are at the bottom of the league. It is the undefeated team versus the winless team, and the Scrappers are being led by their star player, Chris Kina. They've won back-to-back championships. He was last year's league MVP, and he's looking to continue his run today against the bottom team in the league. On the other side of things, the Mystics are led by Hunter Freeman. He is accompanied by his longtime teammate Travis Wilson, and they are looking to kind of get on track here, get their first win of the season, and really kind of get things rolling so that they can possibly make the playoffs. Because right now it is not looking good for them. Well, I want to go ahead and ask you, are there any key matchups you're looking forward to in this game? Are there any key performances you think could come out in this game? Anyone who's either started off hot or started off cold that could change up today?
Yeah, I would like to see a lot of presence in the paint from the Mystics. They have a lot of size, and really both teams have a lot of size, but I think the Mystics kind of bank on their size to win games. And if they can't take advantage of that strength, then they have no chance in this game. Really, I'm looking also for Dave Kina to step up. I've heard a lot. I've heard he has a shot, and I really haven't seen it too much, but I believe in the guy, and I think we could see a lot from him.
Yeah, I think Dave Kina has definitely been someone who the Mystics are looking to get more out of as the season goes on. Not been the best start to the season for him, but if they want any chance against this Scrappers team, they're really going to need him to step up. You mentioned their size. The Mystics do have some size, but the Scrappers, their newest addition to the team, Michael Roberts, has been a very welcome addition for the team.
Definitely.
Great size, and also has been able to shoot very well for them, especially last game. I believe he hit 7 3-pointers as they took down the Blackfriars, who are supposedly the other top team in the league with the Scrappers, but the Scrappers handled them well.
It really does look like a god squad. Like you adding Michael to this team, the league is in trouble.
It is a very good team, and we're about to come up on the tip-off here. We have Jacob Brooks and Nate Briers roughing this game, and we look to have a good, clean game, and it looks like we'll be having Michael Roberts versus Hunter Freeman on the tip.
Got to settle in for a good one, folks.
Mystics win the tip. Travis Wilson bringing it up the court, taking some time here. Really looking to see if the Mystics can have some coherency on offense. It's been a bit of a struggle for them. Dave decides not to shoot the three, as you mentioned. It's something that they could be doing with him.
I like for first possessions to kind of stall out. Oh, that was a great shot.
With a quick three.
That was a clean three.
And that is what they're going to need from him and the rest of the team today if they want to take down this Scrappers team.
Chris push in the face.
Chris going right inside, you know that, and Chris Heiss fumbles the pass. Hunter with the steal all the way in. The fast break layup goes in.
Hot start for the Mystics.
5-0.
Definitely not panic time yet. Scrappers just need to play their game, but great start from the Mystics. Really coming out fighting.
Chris pulls up from deep. Yells off, and it is Hunter Freeman with rebound.
He's ahead.
All the way up to Neal. Neal on the fast break slows it up.
I don't mind the patience there.
He realized it was a 1-on-2, didn't want it. Gets it over to Hunter. Hunter keeps it in bounds, loses the ball. Brazzy with the steal and passes that.
Way to get back. Scrappers did a good job getting back there.
The three-point shooting is something that Chris is hoping improves from over the season. He was disappointed in his performance last year from deep, and his team's overall as there's an air ball from Chris Heights. And, that's something that they want to be able to do better. That's something that they've not done well this season, but they've been able to win without it.
Did they use helium or air today in the ball?
That's a good question. And like I mentioned, Michael being newly found three-point threat for the team is really important for them. A little hospital pass from Neal that gets stolen.
Yeah, once you get in the air there, the pass is always so risky.
Well, there's another steal from Carson Braswell. Chris all the way inside, misses the layup. Great move.
Yeah, that's a good take.
Cleared up by Travis.
Scrappers doing a great job of getting back almost every play.
Chris strips and clean and wide open layup here for Chris. Slows it up. Puts it
Dunk it! Sorry, headphone users.
First bucket of the game for the Scrappers comes on a fast break from Chris on the steal. Both teams looking pretty tired already. There's a lot of energy to start this game, and the Mystics came out on top of that.
Oh,
Another
good
steal.
strip.
That is 4 steals for the Scrappers already.
Great hands there from Chris Heights. Really great hands. 2 back-to-back steals.
Foul on Travis gives the Scrappers the ball here.
What are you noticing from like the momentum of the game so far?
It's pretty interesting. The Scrappers offense has honestly not looked great, not looked how you would expect it to look. Just kind of firing up some threes impatiently.
Yeah.
The Mystics are definitely sagging off them and asking them to shoot. As here you go, Michael, who misses that one. And so as long as the Scrappers just keep settling for those threes, if they don't hit them, it's going to be tough for them to be able to get some offense on this big Mystics team, like you mentioned.
He's off his foot there. It was a good idea. Off his foot. Yeah, I completely agree. Pace of the game, the Scrappers seem like they're settling more than I've ever seen them settle.
And then on the other side, you got the Mystics who have been.
Oh,
what a
that was
pass!
almost sick.
Almost a great pass, but stolen by Hunter. Neal with a feed over to Hunter. Hunter lays
Nice
it
move.
in. That is a 7-2 lead for the Mystics early on. The Mystics half-court offense has definitely looked better. They have had an issue so far with steals. They've not been able to handle the ball very well, but Chris again settles for 3 and misses again, and that is, I believe, 0 for 5 from the Scrappers to start this game from deep.
I mean, it's just settling. Like, just no attempt to run an offense. I think, I mean, they're trying to get in a rhythm early, but I'd like to see them move the ball more, take a longer time in their possessions.
Travis misses his pretty badly and cleared out by Chris Heights.
Good rebound, good rebound. Seeing young Bradley bring up the ball.
Chris taking it inside again and gets that layup to go.
A nice
And
move.
that is really what they're going to need to continue to do. Right now, with the lack of shooting on that team, not great offense. Chris is going to have to be taking it into the paint and be able to score on those big guys down there. Neal from deep. That's a settle, and Chris Heights clears it. Looked up for Chris Keena, but did not go with the pass. Now Brazzy throws it up to him. Chris sitting on it. Over to Heights.
Open
Heights
three.
from deep. And cannot open the floodgates for the Scrappers.
Great board there from Michael.
Chris from deep, and another one. It's just not the
Building a
shooting
house
for them.
today.
We got a timeout here from the Mystics. And that's probably a good thing for them to regroup themselves a little bit. And
Yeah, probably a little exhaustion kicking in right now. They were moving for those first couple minutes.
Now the Scrappers have obviously, as we've said, they've been settling for threes so far this game. What do you think they could do, kind of to get things going? What are some things they can do to jumpstart their offense a little bit? Only having 4 points for them right now is really poor by their standards.
I don't hate the threes. I just don't like the just dribbling up and only doing that with your possession. Might as well like try to find a better look, and if not, just take the open 3 because they are giving you an open 3, so you can just take it at any time. So might as well just like see if you can get something better. Maybe some screens at the top. What about you?
Yeah, and I think that's a great idea for them. You know, Chris driving in the paint would be a great way to get their offense started. And like we mentioned, the Mystics have been sagging off of them, willing to let them shoot. And, it's up to them to make them pay. And if they're not going to make them pay, you're gonna have to find a way to get offense elsewhere.
Offensively for the Mystics, I think they might struggle a little bit with like the size because most of their scoring's in the paint. So I think they need Neal Travis to hit threes. I like the early 3 from Travis. That was a good sign. So I'd like to see him take more of those.
The Mystics ball out of the timeout. 3.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Travis to bring it up.
We'll switch here from the defense.
Tried to bring it in to Hunter, but did not get it in. And we got Chris. Chris is over on Allen now.
Really?
Apologies, Neal. Neal wanted that 3 over to Travis. Travis takes the 3, goes in on Brazzy and misses. Gets blocked by Michael, but picked up by Hunter. Hunter going in, misses. Over to Dave. That's those rebounds that those big guys can get. Hunter again, and there it is.
Wow, relentless on those boards.
Hunter,
you gotta love the fight there.
I mean, Hunter is one of the best rebounders in this league. Last year, it was a fantastic season from down in the paint. He gets a lot of rebounds and back-to-back most improved player on that regard. Dave
Another
gets
quick
that
three.
rebound. Another quick three. Dave with the rebound. No one on the Scrappers has been able to hit a three.
Same
So far.
story.
And as long as those Mystics can dominate the glass, which they have so far, it's going to be a good sight for them. A missed three by Neil, cleared out by Mike and throws up to Chris.
Too late.
Chris still gets the ball. Neil almost tapped it out.
Put that up, Brazzy.
Nice. With a lay.
That was a good layup.
6-9, Mystics lead. Hunter tries to get the pass through over to Travis, but stolen, and over to Chris. Chris gonna push the pace here. Dave needs to really stop him, and Dave with some good defense there on the fast break. Travis pushing up the floor.
Numbers.
2-on-1 on Michael. Loses the ball. Can he get it back? He does, but it gets tipped up by Chris Heights. So Mystics ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a messy break there, but I mean, kept the ball. Good chance for to score.
Ball from Michael Roberts.
Third kick ball this game.
Don't let him get it in easy, it looks like.
I think what they should try to do is try to get the switch. Michael not guarding Hunter would be their best option in the paint. So I feel like Michael's probably the only guy who could really keep Hunter out of the paint.
Right.
Or put up a stop. Great pass.
Great pass to Brazzy, and Brazzy is unable to get that layup to
keep your head up.
Stood up by Neil. That was a lucky break for the Mystics, as that would have been a gone to a 1-point game. Yeah, back-to-back layups from Carson, and that's someone who's not a regular big contributor on the team, but if he puts up 4 in the first quarter, the Scrappers would be happy with that. They got a foul on Dave Keena on the over the back of Chris Heights.
It was, but it was a good try.
Scrappers ball coming back down. 1 minute to go left in the first quarter.
He's baiting him to pull it,
yeah,
and he does.
That three again, and
oh my goodness!
Miss, and it's just not.
What's denser than air?
I mean, this is just a horrible performance shooting from Scrappers from deep. I believe that's 0 for 8 in the first quarter. 0 for 8 in the first quarter, which is not at all what they need. And Michael tries to pick up the pass, does not get it. Hunter gets it and is fouled.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
That was on one of the Chris's.
Michael's selling out for that steal. I don't hate that. Foul, probably a good option. I don't know Hunter's exact free throw statistics, but I know the league as a whole kind of struggles from the line, so it's not too bad of an idea.
For most of the league, if they go 1 for 2, you got to be happy with it.
Yeah.
And there's a first miss from Hunter. Misses the second one as well, and there's the Michael Roberts.
Oh, he's just out.
Out.
1v1.
Fast break. Neil. And 1 from Chris. If you're Neil there, it's tough to stop Chris going full speed, and
it is.
You really, if you're gonna foul him, you got to make sure he doesn't make that layup.
That's just tough. Like, that's demoralizing. You're at the free throw line, and then it's just got the line 2 seconds later. Now, Chris also kind of a rough free throw shooter.
And that's why fouling him there isn't a bad idea, but letting him get the layup too is not what the but makes us eat our
Announcer's
words.
curse. I guess I just have to be here.
Yeah. Makes us eat our words, and he makes that free throw. Tie game now, and unfortunate for the Mystics, a 5-0 run for the Scrappers. Mystics throwing it up. Looks like they might be holding for 1. Nope. Neil decides he's going to shoot it and makes it.
Deep 3.
Right back at him. That's 2 threes now for the Mystics. 1 from each of Travis and Neil, and that's important for them. Scrappers. Chris Heights looking to shoot. Nope. Passes it up. Brazzy. Swings it back over to Chris. 4 seconds. Over to Michael. He's going to pull the 3 to end the quarter. Will they get one to go? They do not. And that's another miss to end the quarter for the Scrappers. And this is definitely not what was expected coming into this game with how dominant the Scrappers have been and how poor the Mystics have played. But, I mean, I think it's the combination of the poor shooting from the Scrappers and the great rebounding from the Mystics that's, if the Scrappers are only getting 1 shot per possession and it's a 3, the Mystics are very happy with that.
Yeah, I feel like if you're the Scrappers, you have to recognize that the threes are just not falling and you've gotten points making layups. and driving to the paint. I think you just got to keep with that. Keep playing hard in the paint. I mean, threes are not falling.
Who are you most impressed with so far in this game?
Probably most impressed. I would say probably Hunter because I haven't seen him actually rebound, and he is a dog on the rebounds. Like
Yeah,
he is fighting from the maul, and he's made some tough finishes as well.
I would have to agree with that for sure. And even when he's not the one getting the rebound for the Mystics, his presence down there is something that
Yeah,
Michael Roberts and Chris Heights are constantly having to watch out for, and that opens up some rebounds for Dave Keenan as well. And Neil's gotten a few, and I think overall it's just really helped
yeah.
them control the glass. And if they're able to control the glass and hit a couple of threes like they have already, it's going to be tough for the Scrappers to come back if they're not hitting threes of their own.
Yeah, I feel like they could find more ways to kind of isolate Hunter in the paint, especially without Michael on him, because Michael does a good job of stopping most paint like attempts. But if they can get a switch, I think Hunter can pretty much score on anybody else easily.
Got a short break here.
Yeah,
We got
catching their breaths.
Jacob Brooks talking to the Mystics, and Jacob is going to be seen in our next game, the Ball Hogs versus the Blackfriars, and
Is he subbing in for Gary?
filling in for Garrett. Yeah, filling in for his brother Garrett.
Gotcha.
It's going to be a new site, based on the way he looks, the way he plays. It's going to feel like it's probably just like Garrett. And
I thought he was Garrett when I walked in.
there's going to be a debate even whether is it a difference whether they have him or Garrett. Some people think that he's just kind of the same player as Garrett, and maybe even better at that, to be honest. I've heard that he is a bit of a dunk threat, so could potentially see some dunks coming in later today.
I would not want to be under the paint this next game. Also, quick shout out to Angel. We love you, buddy. Sad you couldn't make it out.
Regular commentator on the cast,
Main
Angel,
Diopter
is
cast.
unable to make it today, but he will be back with us for another game when we're commentating. Start of the second quarter, Scrappers ball, and immediately we see some movement on offense, a lot of movement on offense, and it's definitely different. They're not looking to settle, and almost stolen there by Hunter. Chris thought about pulling up from three there, and he holds himself back. Poked out by Neil and out of bounds.
But I love what I saw from the Scrappers there. They were swinging it fast, and they had options to take the three, and they haven't yet.
Right, and even though it might have been, it didn't generate anything right away. It was at least some movement, and got them something other than a stand-up three. And there's a great inbound play from the Scrappers. Nice. Michael with an easy layup, cuts the lead down to one.
Love seeing that. I think that's a lot of positive momentum there after the quarter.
Neil taking in a fadeaway.
Tough shot.
Fadeaway mid-range, probably not what they're looking for. And he struggled a bit from that shot this season. Chris takes it right in on Travis, unable to make it fall. Over the back on Hunter. And it's going to be Scrapper's ball. Okay, do they have another inbound play under their belt?
Yeah, we're kind of devious with that last one. At least what they have
Are they
up
doing
their
the same
sleeve.
thing? Are they doing the same thing?
They are.
But did not work that time.
Wow, that's a risky pass.
So ready? Hunter almost fouled Carson and dropped by Chris Heights. Saved by Hunter. Stolen. And is Travis with the ball. Over to Dave. Dave going right inside. Oh!
Big foul. Probably smart foul.
I'd say it was a kind of a hesitation. I don't know if it was intentional or on accident from Dave, but hesitation got Michael.
I think it looked like a deer in the headlights, like they're just charging at him full speed. Not much he could do there.
Whatever it was, it worked.
Good heads up play from Dave. Just moved down the court. Shame it was on the floor.
Travis with the ball. He looks like he wants to shoot.
He wants
this.
to pull it. He really wanted to pull it.
Yeah.
Give it back.
For Carson to give it a step back. And
Give it back
he
to
does
him.
now have Chris on him, so
He did.
I think Chris is going to be a little more in his face. He wants it so bad, and over to Dave, and it's out of bounds. Whose ball is that? And it is the Mystics' ball.
Okay.
Out of bounds, and Chris is ruled.
You just feel the tension when Travis has the ball. Just looking,
You
looking
know
at
he
the
wants to
basket.
shoot it, and he's going to. And can he get fault? He's looking at the hoop every single time that ball is in his hands. Chris playing Dave pretty tight on the three-point line. Chris is asking the refs for a 5-second call here, and Hunter takes it
Good
right
take.
in and gets the layup. right around Michael,
That
and
was a good take. Sounded like some contact too.
a little bit for sure.
Oh,
Chris going inside on Neal,
nice move.
misses the layup, and Hunter misses the rebound, and Chris Heights comes away with it. A little bit of butterfingers there from the Mystics.
Yeah, way to stay with it for Chris Heights. Oh,
What a
wow.
steal. Oh,
Great anticipation there.
Out of bounds. That was a great anticipation from Neal, like you said. Can't keep it in bounds, and
He
it's
jumped it at
back
the right
over.
time. It's a hustle play.
Looks like they got a Scrappers have a offensive.
Are they calling plays or just?
I believe,
they are.
I believe so. It's either an offensive set or a play, and getting over to Brazzy in the corner.
I like to see Brazzy kind of drive there when he's coming off that. They didn't really step up too. He doesn't have to shoot it, but
Chris will, and another miss. But Michael gets the offensive rebound. That is the second
lay.
offensive rebound for the Scrappers on that possession. And like we said, Mystics were controlling the glass, but if you're going to let that happen, Scrappers are going to make you pay.
You're really asking Hunter to do a lot in that paint. You know, like Heights, Michael, Chris, Brazzy, all of them rebounders. Would like to see Dave step up and box out really hard.
Out of bounds, and it looks like the Mystics might need a timeout here coming up. They look a little gassed. Neal with a couple mistakes there. The rebounding isn't where it was in the first quarter, and they need that if they're going to want to come away with this one. Scrappers have not led yet, but they have a chance to take the lead here. Neal wants Chris to shoot it, and Chris with another miss. And
nice board.
Someone on the Mystics said shoot it. I don't know who that was, but
daring him to shoot
daring him to shoot.
It's kind of disrespectful to the league MVP.
When you're shooting like he is right now, I mean,
it's fair.
Getting his head a little bit.
I think Chris has to get in the gym, get in the lab.
Now, Hunter got fouled by Chris Heights, and he's going to go to the line. He's 0 for 2 from the line today.
Yeah, like I said, fouling seems like a great strategy in this league. Wow.
What makes that one? I mean, the announcer.
I just really got to keep saying that.
They'll never miss another free throw if you keep saying that.
Hold on. It's really, really smart to always foul. That's crazy. What? That was like the league record in free throws in one game.
Chris going straight in on the Mystics, and he is fouled
I love that.
pretty hard by Dave. Chris goes down. Brazzy over to pick him up, just like you expect.
I'm not going to comment on Chris's free throw shooting.
At the line for 2, Scrappers down 3. Makes the first. Chris 3 for 3 from the line today.
Well done.
4 for 4, and he's got to be pleased with that so far. And I mean, getting 4 points from the line on 4 attempts, especially when your team is struggling on offense, is definitely got to be a point of.
Was there a league summer camp I missed where they just took free throws? Like, what happened?
I do think that over the past couple of weeks, a lot of the players around the league realized that the free throw shooting has been poor, especially Chris himself, and he mentioned that. And I think he's been in the gym a little bit trying to get.
He has been vocal about working on his free throw.
And he does take a lot of free throws. He drives in the paint a lot and gets fouled a lot, just like we've seen a couple times here already today.
Happy to see him start knocking him down. You remember last year, he even went to the granny free throw style because he was out of desperation. So
he did do that. And,
it's good to see him back.
And so it looks like the Mystics did take a timeout there. And
no, you're playing great. You're playing great.
4 for 4 from the line, and he's pissed.
Best free throw shooting I've ever seen. The league commissioner told me I'm banned from all future games because he played bad.
Yeah, that's not what you want to hear if the league commissioner is saying you can never come back to another game. I mean, but and to be fair to him, I mean, this is not at all the score that we expected.
Yeah, it has been a down performance.
And while it's not all on Chris, obviously, Chris is the best player on this team, and he is the one that, you know, when they're in need of points, he's the one that needs to come through, and he's not been able to do it that well so far. Now, I will say he does have, I believe he has 10 points, maybe 11 points, but
something like that.
but it's not been that efficient, especially with the missed threes.
Yeah.
And if those threes were
I mean,
falling, they would probably be winning this game by a lot.
For a team, they're like what, like 0 for 10 for 3?
I think it's worse than that.
It's
right
worse
now.
than
I
that.
think it's 0 for 13.
That was a good pass.
Neal wants the three, and his misses. Travis with the rebound. Another rebound. If Travis is the one getting the rebound, then
Good try. Yeah.
That's not what you expect out of the message, but all of them rebound, and that's another steal
jumps
from
the
Neal.
pass.
He anticipates those passes really well. Travis with the one-on-one. Oh,
Holy.
Was that a charge? It is
Jeez.
a charge. Chris Heights takes the charge.
Aggressive take there. No stopping. Chris Hyde's putting his body on the line. Chris pushing the
it
pace.
hard. Hunter ready for him this time. Hunter and Dave down there, and Brazzy not even looking to shoot.
Yeah, he didn't
Chris
look. He didn't look up to shoot there.
over to
I would
Heights.
love to
Heights
see him
will
look
shoot
up.
it. Can they get one to go? No.
Great
Michael
rebound.
Another one.
Kinda
Take two.
lazy.
I mean, at some point,
Just a lazy box out right there from Hunter. You
No.
gotta give more.
If you're asking the scrappers to shoot, you gotta be ready to rebound.
Yeah.
But lucky for them, Michael wasn't able to get those layups to fall, and Hunter ended up getting it anyways. So
I think you're seeing the tiredness, kind of the exhaustion,
yeah,
take effect.
right now it's they were sagging off the threes earlier. Now they're just not even gonna try at all to defend it. I mean, they're too tired. Neal pulls up the three and hits someone in the corner.
Great shot.
Moving fadeaway three
Tough
in the
shot.
corner from Neal.
He's a tough shot taker and a tough shot maker.
That is Neal sanity right there.
That is Neal sanity.
And if you're the Mystics, you got to be loving that he's pulling those off right now. Michael will shoot a three. Misses. And the scrappers, man, that lid is on the rim.
I mean,
Three made threes
who
from
would
the
have expected
Mystics
this?
on far fewer attempts than the scrappers. And Travis loses the ball. Unfortunate. He was trying to get it inside. Quick shoot time from Neal. Timeout from the scrappers.
I mean, the Mystics they're playing well, but the Scrappers are just ice cold. Like, cannot get anything to fall.
Yeah, and
And honestly, I would rather have Chris chuck up the three than Michael in that scenario. Like, if you're gonna take the three, so
well, that's what you would expect. But the last game, to be fair, Michael did hit a lot of threes against the Blackfriars, and that was kind of the reason why they won in a fairly tight matchup against the Blackfriars.
Yeah,
Another great
I know
team.
he's capable of making threes, just like the overall slump of
Yeah.
the team. But
Yeah, I think they're gonna need to do something. Maybe during halftime, come out and just take some jump shots. Gotta get
whatever
one
they do
somehow.
for free throws, they got to do for threes.
Yeah, do some shooting drills at halftime.
One step at a time.
Something's got to change here if they want to start hitting some shots.
But we don't have any posts. Do we have any halftime interviews? We do that, or is that not a thing?
I think it's available. We will be doing a post-game interview for sure with a player of our choice, probably one of the top players from a winning team. And Chris with the pass over to Brazzy, and it's a little
was a good
off
vision,
target.
good vision.
It was
A little quick.
good play, but didn't quite work.
Yeah, that was a good vision. A little quick on the pass. I don't think Brazzy was looking up yet.
Travis from three. Nope. And Dave with a rebound.
Good fight, Dave. Good fight.
Over to Travis. Travis over to Neal. I think I called that a charge.
that was...
Oh, and it went in for Neal too. They called that a charge?
Wow.
No. That's a
Okay.
block.
Okay. Good call there. We should know. The rest, we have qualified refs here.
Very good refs. Quick floor mop from Josh Byers.
What a guy.
Gotta respect it.
What a guy.
He wants everyone to be.
Oh, that's
about that.
jumpable.
That is stolen by Michael. Michael on the pass.
Saw that coming from a mile away.
Michael back
Take
up to
that.
Brazzy.
Oh.
Brazzy bobbles the pass over back to Michael. Michael with a mid-range and misses. And I don't think they've made a shot outside the paint yet.
It has been brutal today. Dave versus... Oh,
Dave
off the
loses.
foot.
But then, he's not the best with the ball. in
You
his
hate to
hands.
see it.
And that is, not to be expected there.
You hate to see that.
Chris taking a right on Neal, a layup, and that's what they need to go to, and that's going to get them a lot of points if they can continue that.
I mean, it's their most reliable way to score, and they're just going to keep doing it. If you're not ready, Chris will push the pace. Quick swing pass over to Travis.
Travis pulls up from deep and misses that one.
Is that the second 3-point he's attempted this game, right?
Second or third,
Second or third.
I'm reading this one, but the Scrappers have attempted far fewer, the Mystics have attempted far fewer threes than the Scrappers. but they've made 3 of them. Scrappers haven't made one yet, but it doesn't matter.
Just like that.
Scrappers tied it back up. Scrappers still have not had the lead yet in this game, in this first half. Quite surprising, to say the least, but they are still right in it, and they can take it at any moment. Fish has reached, doesn't get it over to Hunter. Hunter falls, gets the ball back, and stolen by Heights. Heights going to push it a little bit, but he's probably not going to go all the way. You know, he's not a typical fast break leader. Chris with the ball, taking it right in on Dave, and fadeaway makes it, and that is the first lead for the Scrappers, much to the dismay of the Mystics.
I think Chris is clearly forcing it, and it's working because he knows he has to.
Yeah, and you know, if he finds some matchups that he can attack, it's definitely going to be good from him. And a bad pass from Neil straight over to Brazzy. Brazzy on the fast break. Neil misses the pass and doesn't get back on defense, but Brazzy misses the layup over to the Mystics. Got lucky there. 40 seconds left in this second quarter. Out of bounds.
The Travis Heights interactions in the paint are always so funny.
Looks like it's going to be Mystics ball. 33 seconds left. Quick mop job again.
Wow, what a guy.
Player safety is the first priority here.
Always, always. What a guy.
Hey, Zach and Rob, you know, perfectly good mopping job if you want it.
Josh really is the best mopper.
Josh does do a good job mopping the floor, and you know, you really can't be expecting Rob to do things when he has his defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year, team on his back.
He needs to rest up.
Can pull anything.
Quick fast
Dunk
break
it.
out to Chris.
Boo.
Layup, and 21 seconds left in this half. And just like that, the Mystics are looking all out of sorts.
Is that 8 unanswered, I think? Maybe more.
I believe it is at least 8 unanswered. It was 19 to 15 not too long ago, but that is 4 straight layups from Chris. And like we said, if you're the Scrappers, that's what you need to rely on. It. He's delivering now for you. Another time, Michael gets very aggressive on those lanes and unable to get a steal, but it doesn't matter. Scrappers get the ball, and that is the end of the half.
Scrappers living up to their name there. Absolutely scrapping for that rebound. I mean, the last 2 minutes, I think the Mystics kind of let it get away from them there.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris just kind of forced the issue and, I mean, was successful. And now Scrappers have a nice lead.
Definitely. I mean, if you're the Mystics and before this game we told you you're going to be down by 4 at halftime, you'd probably be okay with that. You'd be very content. You know, it's not where most people would expect the score to be. But the fact that the way that they got there is definitely disappointing.
Yeah, I think if you told the Mystics the Scrappers will hit 0 threes, what do you think the score will be at halftime? You're probably hoping for the lead, but
probably hoping for the lead. But then again, the Scrappers in the season opener, they beat the Ball Hogs and only made, I believe, 2 threes the whole game, and they dominated in the paint. So, you know, it's something that Scrappers aren't great at, and the Mystics, their strategy has paid off very well. Let them shoot the threes, and they've been missing all of them. But now it comes down to adjusting, and you saw the Scrappers really adjust well, get the ball into Chris's hands, let him drive in and force it up, and, you know, more likely than not, that's going to be more productive for them than just settling for threes. So now what can the Mystics do? What adjustments can they make to try to prevent that in the second half?
yeah, I think maybe consider start double teaming Chris. Really would be the best option. And I think they're also getting like kind of like really just abandon the 3-point line entirely. I think you double Chris and then you make sure you get the rebounds because some of the rebounds have slipped through. Offensively, what kind of adjustments do the Mystics can make offensively?
Yeah, I think, you know, early on we saw them getting a lot of points in the paint. They were getting some nice cuts from Hunter, and kind of in the second quarter it faded away a little bit, and anytime they were able to get the ball to Hunter, he was getting a lot of help drawn over to him by the other Scrappers. So I think the best thing for the Mystics to be able to do is get that ball into Hunter's hands in a place where he's in a position to go and score, but don't have Hunter force it. Hunter needs to keep his head up, look for those shooters. He's got Neil and Travis who have each hit a 3 here today. Neil has hit 2. And then Dave needs to continue to set some screens, roam around, and then focus on getting those boards because those boards is what is going to give the Mystics the win.
Yeah. I do think we almost need to see some hero ball from the Mystic Stars if they want to get anything going.
Yeah, and I think a lot of their offense in the second half, there was a lot of mistakes from Travis dribbling off his foot out of bounds, Neil throwing some bad passes, Dave, he's not someone that you necessarily want dribbling a lot. And so I think they just need to get back to their strengths, um, be patient with their offense, and, you know, if you're open, you shoot it. And if you're not, get it over to Hunter, who is probably your best shot. He will generate the best looks for your offense.
It would be quite a story for the Mystics to take down the Scrappers. I mean, there were betting odds in this league, which there should be. I mean, it's got to be the biggest upset.
Yeah, I didn't see the official line coming into the game, but I feel like it would have been around Scrappers minus 11.5 probably. And
Quite a margin.
it's not panned out that way so far. Granted, they do have a 4-point lead now, and with the way things trended at the end of that second quarter,
It could easily
lead. Balloon up. So the Mystics really have to rein it back in, get back to what they were doing early on offense, and hit some shots to get back into this one.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to start.
Looks like we got some fans just came in. A little late. I think the game started a while ago, but at least they made it.
At least they made it.
I know it is bad weather outside. It is raining right now, so it's probably hard for them to get here on time, but glad they joined us. Right away, we get over to Heights, and that's them settling for a 3 again, and that's the same thing. And so that right there,
The woes
Mystics,
continue.
Yeah, the Mystics will leave them open every time on that. The Scrappers had a play in mind, but you see the open 3, you tell them to take it, and it doesn't go. Neil from deep. This is Travis with the offensive rebound over to Hunter. That was a smart pass. Hunter can't get the layup to fall. Chris Heights with the rebound. That's one that you really need Hunter to make. Neil.
Oh, so close.
To steal it, and hospital pass over to Chris. Chris with Hunter there. Chris with the reverse layup misses it. Hunter with the board. And
he's tired. He's speed.
Hunter was all over the place. And
Hey,
Hunter
good
was
hustle.
down in the paint, and he was the first one back on defense too.
Yeah, great hustle there.
He is really, he has the energy that the rest of the Mystics need to have.
That was a nice setup for the Mystics there. And they got Neil get up in 3 and then another second chance.
Dave going one-on-one with Heights. Kicks it back out. Travis with the ball. He wants to shoot it. He was looking for that for a while. Misses. Neil with the offensive board. Neil takes it in. He gets it stripped. Gets it back.
Family-friendly
Neil's
league.
behind him. Heights all over him. Hunter takes it in and not falling.
Yeah, they're doubling in the paint.
And yeah, like we said, they're bringing a lot of help over to Hunter, and he needs to be able to look out and see his teammates that are open after their help.
Oh, wow.
Christmas layup. Brazzy gets the rebound.
Yeah, awesome hustle by Brazzy there.
That is exactly what the Scrappers wanted, and that's what they need out of him. And the Mystics are very tired right now, clearly.
He's just that kind of guy, like that kind of player. Team first, put in all the effort. Won't score you a lot of points, but
Now it's over to Neil. Neil will pull it. No good.
not able to go.
Brazzy with the board, and that is a 6-point lead now. 10-0 run for the Scrappers, and the Mystics need to get something going quick.
Yeah, I'm not loving what I'm seeing. Quick pull from Brazzy.
I think that was his first 3-point attempt of the game, and it was closer than most of the 3-point attempts for the Scrappers.
Yeah, didn't look too bad. Didn't look too bad.
But nonetheless, another miss for the Scrappers. Over to Hunter. Inside layup misses. Hunter gets it back, and there's that rebounding putback. They needed that. Get yourself back on track. You now have the point. Break up that 10-0 run, and let's get going now.
Yeah, we'll play there from Hunter. He's basically getting doubled in the paint there, and he won the double team. Chris from deep.
Chris,
Oh my God.
No rim.
This is brutal shooting display from the Scrappers.
I think will they be able to win without hitting a 3? And right now the answer is
They
yes.
might be able to. They might be able to win with no 3s. Good board from Dave.
Dave
there.
with the rebound, misses
Oh.
layup. Hunter with the rebound. Foul on Chris Heights. Was that a shooting foul?
Might be in the.
It was a
back,
shooting
is what it was.
foul. All right.
I surely will see some free throw.
Dave definitely not known for his free throws. It
No,
does
that's
not matter. I
crazy.
mean,
That's crazy. There's just no way.
you gotta be happy. Dave himself smiling.
Dude, this is unreal.
The
This is
free throw shooting
unreal.
is night and day.
I will never
from what
talk
we
about the
know
league's free
this
throw
season.
shooting again.
This is totally unexpected.
Yeah, huge points there. Looking at a 2-point game now.
I believe overall in this game, the free throws are 8 for 10.
Wow. I think it's unprecedented. Right back.
Heights did not want the ball.
You should have given it back to him one more time. Oh,
Chris tries to fit it into Heights, and
Good idea.
Dave thought about running up with it for a second, but realizes, give it over to Neil, and they're back within 2 now. Damage control.
pull
done.
that, Dave.
Dave taking it on Heights over to Neil. Neil will pull it.
Oh,
Bang!
Dang. He did not hesitate. What a shot.
Another moving, fading 3 from Neil. He loves that shot, and it's
Man,
working.
the arc on that shot is just not there, and that was just pure.
There is negative arc.
Did that go under the rim?
He wants it again, doesn't he? He wants it
He
again.
wants it again.
Oh, man.
Neil's sanity is heating up here.
3 threes from Neil. And, I mean, he's been
Aw,
a great.
man. They gotta get back.
performance, and between Neil's shooting and Hunter's prowess in the paint, this is what the Mystics were hoping for this season. It hasn't quite played out like it, but getting more out of someone like Dave there who turned it over and.
I have to say, I've only seen Neil play on tape, but in person, it's quite electric.
I mean,
I can understand the hype.
the in-person experience
Yeah.
of Neil Sanity is unlike anything you've ever seen.
I wonder if he purposely wears the Jalen number 7 jersey. Oh, man, cherry
that is
picking.
not what you wanted if you're the
He's just
Mystics.
out. He's just
All right, and
a single Chris transition bucket is just killing the Mystics. All their momentum. Credit to Chris.
I
Credit to
think-
Chris.
I think there might have been a scoring mix-up in there. The Mystics were down 2 going into their last possession, and then Chris just made a layup, and now Mystics are down 3. Maybe I'm miscounting that Neil Sanity 3. Maybe the Neil Sanity 3 was miscounted before, but all right, Mystics back down by 1, and this is definitely what the Mystics needed. You did not expect the Mystics to be able to bounce back from that punch that the Scrappers threw, but they have. Scrappers still missing 3s, but Heights with the hustle can't get the layup to go. Hunter going all in, fouled.
I'm seeing some
Jump ball,
life in the
jump ball.
jump ball. Okay, seeing some life in the Mystics offense recently.
And I think Neil Sanity is a big part of that.
Yeah, definitely.
If he's hitting, there's nothing like it.
Ooh,
Travis with
yeah.
the rebound.
Almost another transition layup there. Some fancy footwork there from Travis.
Yeah, it looked a big question on a potential run back, but it wasn't.
Cool. Good try, Dave. Good rebounding from Dave there. I'd love to see him put that in.
Scrappers ball. Just going in the paint, pushing up the floor, fade away, layup, no. Timeout from the Mystics, and this has been a good quarter for the Mystics.
Very good quarter.
Definitely, when you saw the Scrappers go on that 8-0 run to end the half, going up by 4 into the halftime, and then coming out and scoring another basket right away to start. You expected the Scrappers to run away with it, and now here the Mystics are fighting right back and down by 1.
I like what I'm saying. It's it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like a big 3 from Neil. It's actually thundering in the stadium from how electric that quarter was.
The quarter still got 2 minutes left. We could see a lot more here.
we can
Last
see
2
a
minutes.
we see a lot of threes raining down.
We've seen a house get built by the Scrappers. We've seen
Yeah.
a storm get started by Neil Sanity. I mean, it's
I think the killer for the Mystics though is just the single guy layup on the other end. Chris has done that maybe 4 times. Like if I was on the Mystics, I would be like this guy. Like, and he's
Jacob looks like he's trying to emulate Neil's shot over there. Shooting from above the head, and that's Neil's signature shot.
signature
right
shot.
There. And it's worked. He's hit
It allows for the 5 degrees of arc.
he's hit 3 threes already today, and it's in this league hitting 3 threes in the game is very proficient. And that's 3 more than the Scrappers as a team have hit today. Big problem for the Scrappers, not hitting a 3. Still have the lead. If they just hit a couple threes, all their worries would probably be quelled. But
good vocab word.
But they haven't hit any, and so it remains a 1-point game.
Look at the thesaurus for more to use. Oh yeah.
Travis with the ball.
Pick and pop action.
Travis and Neil both are always looking to shoot. I wouldn't be surprised if Neil just pulls one up here. He's dribbling to the side again. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
gosh.
He wanted it. He wanted it.
With the crack of the thunder, there's another 3.
Gosh. Neil is going to will this team.
Oh, Chris right back at him. Unable to answer.
Dave with the rebound. Oh my gosh, throws it up to Neil. A little too much maybe there.
Maybe a little too much. Did see like some contact on the pass for sure, but
all right,
that's
tie
tough.
game.
That is
tie
tough
game.
to see.
Right.
For that Meg.
Neil wants this ball.
Yeah, he needs the ball. I want to see him get the ball.
Is Chris is switching on to Neil.
Okay.
This is
okay. Here we go.
Brazzy onto Travis. Will Travis pull now? Oh my gosh, another one.
Travis from deep.
Oh man. The Mystics are hitting.
Holy cow.
The Mystics are hitting. Holy cow.
Just like that.
Mystics up 3. Chris going down the paint. Misses the layup. Hunter with the rebound. Cleared out. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. This is electric. Over to Travis. Ooh. Out of bounds.
Also able to Odell that ball, but unable to. But man, the energy of the Mystics right now after those 3s, nothing changes the game like a 3.
Right, and it looks like they've been not, I think, kind of unintentionally picking on Braswell because Carson he doesn't get super aggressive out on the 3-point line, and that gives these guys a window to shoot, a small window, but that's all they need right now. Travis and Neil can be hitting with any room you give them.
That was a nice shot selection there from Chris. To take it the little floater. They're expecting him to drive it all the way, and he's kind of compromising because his shot's not been on.
Neil with some fancy dribbling there over to Dave. Dave loses it out of bounds.
Great defensive
20
possession.
seconds to go. Mystics up 1 in the third quarter here. 20 seconds to go. Timeout.
Wow. We've seen a lot.
This has been a fantastic game. I mean, all
really
we can
has
ask
been.
for right now.
It really has been.
Between two teams who we thought were so far apart in this league, but it really shows you some of the parity that can happen in the league on any given night.
Yeah, anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah, and the Mystics are hanging in there really well. A win here would be huge for their season. Really give them confidence moving forward against anybody. And having already lost to the Ball Hogs, who are another team that you didn't necessarily expect to be the best team, who have ended up performing well. They really need to get on track now, and getting some wins against good teams is going to be important for them.
Yeah, they're in the playoff pursuit just to make the playoffs. So a win here would mean so much to the team. Well, the Mystics are in great spirits. I mean, how could you not be? All right.
Scrappers ball. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter, down by 1. I assume we'll see a little bit of a set here.
Wide open. You got to take
Wide
that.
open, and they got a rebound here. Oh, there's the first 3 from the Scrappers. Comes from Carson Braswell to give him a 2-point.
We did say the first one looked good.
And he was hyped up after that one. Travis over to Neil. Neil will pull. Neil! Oh, man. Unable to pull. 1 second.
Shoot it.
Dave from deep. No. And the
That
quarter
was
comes
an inch
to a
away from going in
close.
there.
Dang, I thought Neil's in. This has been a fantastic
Matt.
game. The third quarter was absolutely electric.
Huge from Brazzy there. Like last possession of the game, just hitting a big three.
Yeah,
I mean the drought's over.
I believe they were 0 for 22 going into that one. I mean, that is,
Holy crap.
not what the Scrappers envisioned, but Brazzy ends that streak and puts them on the board with a 3, gives them that 2-point lead. Huge impact from Brazzy, and overall, he just had a fantastic game today. He's a glue guy,
He's a glue guy.
He's the exact type of player that you want on your team. He's not going to make many mistakes, and he can come up with moments
Glue
like
guy,
that.
yeah, stepping up in big moments. Yeah. I mean, they took the lead right before fourth quarter. I think that's a big tone setter. And if he's hitting threes, the first one looked good too. I mean, if he's hitting threes, they might have to play the Mystics will have to play defense differently. And I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see the rest.
Yeah. Carson's sitting at 1 for 2 from deep, and both of them looking good. And he easily could be 2 for 2. And I'm sure that right now his team is telling him keep shooting it because none of our looks are looking any better than that.
Dude, if Neil hit that 3,
that would have been
sent the arena in a frenzy.
And this is the Neil Sanity experience, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more threes from him in this fourth quarter. He's feeling it. And this does have the potential to go south. It does happen sometimes with Neil. It's part of the whole experience.
It's the rise and fall.
Yeah,
and the rise again.
It's exciting to watch. You never know what Neil you're going to get in any given quarter. But right now you've got the Neil that has kept them in the game when you've had someone like Hunter who has not performed as well as he normally would.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like in a dogfight down there. There's so many big men on the Scrappers that he's just like constantly trying to like establish space down there. So this is the game for Neil to step up.
Yeah, and it's worked so far. You saw Travis hit a 3 as well.
Yeah.
You hope Travis gets a little bit more. He's someone that they've been able to rely on at times in the past, and if he's able to hit a couple more threes, him and or Neil, it's going to be really good for the Mystics.
We've seen Dave step up on the rebounds. Like he's been active, very active. This is definitely the best game I've seen from the Mystics. Just hope they can close it out. Not that the Scrappers have anything to do with it though.
It's going to be Mystics ball here to start the fourth quarter. Down by 2. Hunter into Travis to start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go here in this SPBL game between the Scrappers and the Mystics. Hunter going straight into the paint around Michael and gets the layup to go.
Great take.
Great tone to set the fourth quarter, and it is a tie game now, just under 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, that is some authority to it. That was a strong take.
He knew what he was doing before he got the ball. He said, I'm getting this ball going in on Michael. Heights airballs the 3, and just like that, pretty deflating for the Scrappers.
Yeah, if that would have went in, the spark would have turned into a fire, but
For sure.
We'll
see if they're able to set up another shot for Carson because he's hit one already. Travis from deep, no good. Heights clears. Brazzy looking, but doesn't. Chris pulls a 3. Can he finally get one to fall? And he
there
does.
We go.
There
we go.
Chris giving the look of finally about time. There's 2 threes now for the Scrappers. You knew they had
better late than ever.
Yeah,
Better,
definitely.
At least it's in the fourth quarter.
Neil looking for a screen, maybe he's dribbling. He's got his motion again. You know what he's looking for when he starts driving right.
Good cut from Hunter there.
Oh, gets into Hunter. Hunter
nice
makes
take.
The layup. Neil diving out of bounds in that pass. Looks like he's okay.
Way to stay with it. That was just nice play from the 2 men of Neil and Hunter.
Especially, you got Michael to switch onto Neil, and then they left Hunter with some space. Michael from deep misses. Chris with the board. Back over to Michael, driving into the paint, misses the layup, and it is going to be Dave with the ball. There's another rebound from Dave. Travis pushing up the floor a little bit, 1-on-2. Pulls it back out.
Finds
over Neil, who wants it. He does not get it.
I don't know if that got above the rim.
It did reach its peak when it got to the rim and hit the bottom of the rim, but it does happen too, and he makes. Oh man, Hunter with a block. It looks like Chris wanted a foul, I think, and Hunter gets the board. Chris saying it's not a block. Looks like a block to me, but hands extension on the ball, isn't it?
take there. Oh,
Chris with the board.
looked like it was gonna fall. Dave on the defense. Oh, just right by him.
Chris, I mean, it was
Traffic
like there was
cone.
nobody there.
Traffic cone there. Jeez.
The term cone is reserved for a select few, and I mean,
think he's
especially on
coning.
that
I
play,
think he
that
was coning there.
That was a prime example of Dave being a cone. Neil already looking at the hoop. I mean, he's
I
8
think
deep
he
behind the
wants it.
3-point line, but he wants it. Over to Travis. Travis with Brazzi on him. Gets around Brazzi. Over to Dave. Dave takes the shot. Back out to Travis from 3.
Oh.
No good.
Oh, great
Dave
rebound.
With the rebound. Dave getting physical in there with the putback. No good. And out of bounds, but it is
What a fight from
ball.
the Mystics.
And,
I love to see that.
You know, especially in a game like this where Dave is going up against Michael, you expect him to try to give it his all, and he definitely would have been very happy if he was able to get that one to go. You know, getting the rebound over Michael of all people, and then putting it back on him too.
Oh, nice.
Travis,
Good play.
good layup, and back down to a 1-point game here. Scrappers up 1 with the ball with 4.5 to go.
Oh,
Back
he
over
left
to
to Brazzi. Man, I wish he would have pulled that.
Out to Chris from 3, does not get that one. He had just come off of a make, and it's out of bounds, and it is Mystics ball. Scrappers are not happy with that. Chris is complaining about the call, but
He's the one that called it.
You know the game's getting close and down to the wire when the calls start getting disputed more and more.
I mean, and this is definitely not how Chris envisioned the game to go.
Yeah.
But, good hands from Chris Heights. He gets that out of under.
Oh.
Dribble it off of Travis's foot.
No harm, no foul.
Chris bringing it up slowly.
Yeah, see Michael setting the
Taking
screen
some
for him.
time. Every basket the rest of this way is going to be huge, and that's a big basket for them. 3-point game, still a 1-possession game, and with Travis and Neil right now, they could easily tie it up on any given possession. You see Chris back out on Neil. Neil's going to pull it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Neil! He didn't
What a
like it. He started
three.
running in, but
Yeah.
it didn't matter. It's Neil's sanity.
He's on fire.
It is
That
Neil's
spot,
sanity.
that's a spot right there.
He loves the right wing.
That's a spot.
Dribbles over. He off the dribble on the right wing is his
Okay.
specialty. Blocked
Good
by
help from Hunter.
I think that one was a block. I don't know if Chris can say no to that one.
Unorthodox
Tie game.
behind the back pass.
Chris trying to get in there. Over to Hunter. Hunter taking it into the paint around Michael.
Oh, good
again.
Euro.
A Euro step around.
What a
That is
way.
a bucket.
And the
Oh,
Mystics
man.
in the lead. With 3 to go.
Oh man, Hunter taking it right into the teeth of that defense.
Wow.
And something that we've been seeing from Hunter is he's had great success going from the top of the key or higher up and taking it on Michael and getting around him. He has that quickness that he can get around Michael, and when he does it, it's very successful because he's been able to score over Chris Heights fairly easily when needed.
Yeah, I mean, just like the last minute for the Mystics. I mean, they gotta be the most electric team in the league. Like, this is.
I mean, the peaks and
Commentator's
valleys,
dream.
they will come.
Yeah,
but
commentator's dream.
Right now, they are peaking, and this is what you like
They
to
are
see out
peaking.
of the Mystics.
I do want to see like the same intensity on defense though, because they are letting Chris just get to the rim, and although their points are less flashy, the Scrappers are staying with them.
Yeah, and I think it normally has been happening when they end up with a situation where Dave or Travis is on Chris, because Chris can easily get around Dave. Travis is too small to guard him, but Neil stays physical with Chris enough to a point where Chris can't just go straight into the paint.
It gives
and
time
score.
too for more help.
And
yeah,
time for more help, like you said. And when you're able to get Hunter over to help, that makes it really difficult for Chris.
yeah.
Hunter has blocked him a couple times, whether Chris says it was a foul or not. But it is, I mean, Mystics up 2 right now. Being able to keep Neil on Chris and, keep hitting your shots on the other end. That's going to be the key here for these last 3 minutes for the Mystics. And if you're the Scrappers, you got to rely on Chris here. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Chris has to put the team on his back.
Yeah, I
and get in
think
there.
all eyes for the Scrappers are gonna be on Chris Hina, the man with the ball.
Over to Heights.
Heights could do it.
Oh,
Heights could do it.
that was
Oh,
good.
good rebound from Travis.
Travis with the
They're
rebound.
they're reaching for that ball, and they get it.
stole it. Razzie with the ball. Foul on Hunter. Looks like they had some fouls to give though, so they are okay.
There was a lot of like reaching in on the bring up. I was worried that was gonna get stolen, and
3 minutes left in
And that was something in the first quarter where the Mystics were losing the ball a lot on their dribbles. And in the second quarter, Neil was throwing some bad passes getting stolen, but they had been doing a good job in the second half.
Wow,
with the
Brazzy.
layup. And I mean, this has been a fantastic performance from Carson.
Brazzy has the tools to be, at least a 14, 12-point player in this league nightly.
And he's very selective with his shots, and that's okay. I mean, he's very efficient. When he shoots it, you have a very good faith that it's going to end up going in.
He's just like the guy you want on your team. He does everything.
Yeah. Great player.
Sportsman,
to fill that gap for the
player.
Scrappers. He's a great sport. He will help you up. You saw Chris on the ground earlier, helped him up. And it's a tie game now with 2:42 to go. This is as good as we could have hoped for in this game. You definitely did not. No one expected this.
I'm taking away.
And here we are. And if you're the Mystics, this is win or lose at this point. Playing like this against the team that is undefeated, back-to-back champions, you have to be happy with yourselves, and you have to have some positives to take away from this game moving forward. And I think that with the way they're playing today, they would be able to beat anybody in this league.
Yeah, 100%. All right, here we go. Travis bringing up the ball. Hands it off to Neil.
Hunter, you want to drive in, but doesn't. Travis is looking.
Taking their time. I like it. Ooh.
It's over Hunter driving in, loses it. Ooh, I don't know if that was a travel.
It was more like a slip, kind of like skid
thing.
But
he calls a travel.
Yeah, I think someone else's arm was on the ball. I don't know if I would call that a travel, but
he lost it. Got it back.
It was just a mess, kind of.
Yeah, it is what it is. Refs called it. Play on.
Oh, you can't let me get the board like that. Oh, but they get a second.
There you go. Chris missing twice is a gift.
Wow. Yeah, they really were lazy there. They should have gotten punished, but you just take it.
Travis taking it in over to Dave. Dave, Heights is looking away from him.
Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Yeah.
Going up strong there.
Dave got the ball, and Chris Heights was looking the other direction.
He went up strong.
But Dave gets the ball. Dave is shooting
free throw hitter right here.
He's 2 for 2 on the day.
SPBL known for their free throws.
Oh my! Another free throw from Dave.
There's no way this is real.
And you hear Heights down there saying he can't wait till they watch this game. It sounds like he's not happy with a lot of the calls he's making, but overall, I feel like it's been a fairly well officiated game.
Yeah, our officials do a great job.
Yeah.
Not everyone can get every call. He is so cash. I bring up the free throws and no one is missed.
This is just unbelievable work from the Mystics. Who would have thought? 10 for 12 overall in this game. Missed from Chris.
Wow.
Hunter clears 1:40 to go with the Mystics up by 2.
Chris pressing the ball.
Neil with
They
the
don't
ball.
need to take a
They're
shot
looking
quick.
to trap right now. They want to foul. They foul Hunter. I believe they have one foul to give.
Yeah. Little debate going on about whether that's 2 shots or if they had one more.
I feel like their foul.
Might be a 2-minute rule.
It is a 2-minute rule, but I feel like the foul that they had was over 2 minutes, but it was right around the 2-minute mark. It might have been under, and so regardless, it is Hunter to the line. And makes it.
Dude, no one has missed a free throw.
I think Chris really wanted Hunter to go to the line.
Dude, the announcer jinx is so strong.
Free throws. And
I literally can't.
Unbelievable.
They have not missed a free throw this game.
This is
since bringing it up.
Scrappers of all teams. Chris is not happy right now. Chris taking it in. Gets around Dave.
He gets a call there.
Fouled. And Chris going to the line for free throws.
Man. The game's getting away from the Scrappers a little bit.
Scrappers are going to the fouling strategy because that's what would work in most scenarios. But if these Mystics are hitting free throws, Chris is going to have to hit these ones then to foul.
That's brutal.
When the Mystics, when you have Hunter and Dave nailing free throws over and over again.
That is tough.
Chris needs to be
tough
able to make
trade.
these free throws. Misses again.
Michael gets the rebound.
Misses the putback. Michael gets it again. Misses again. Heights with the rebound. Wow. The Mystics falling apart here on the glass at the end. Brazzy with the ball over to Chris. Chris is going to pull it from deep.
3.
No good. And then Travis with the board. Travis holding on to it. Over to Hunter. Hunter over to
Dave.
Dave.
They're going to try to foul Dave here.
They foul Dave, but Dave is 4 for 4.
Dave is 4 for 4.
Dave is
4 for 4 from the line.
I mean,
I was about to say, like, I don't know if Dave is a free throw shooter, but he's 4 for 4 this game. I think you have to take that into account. He's
now the students look at that.
he's shooting it great.
Is he an improved free throw shooter, or is he due for a miss? I guess we'll see. No good. All right.
Okay.
Mystics.
This is where champions
Miss
are
a free
made.
throw. And can he get the second one to go? Second one to go to make it a 5-point game. And he
Wow.
does. Another
Dang.
bank. 5-point game.
Big free throw there from
for
Dave
the
Tina.
Mystics. Scrapper's offense has been struggling here. In the
Chris is
first
just
quarter.
gonna
Chris
take
went
it
straight
in.
into the paint and gets fouled.
I
On the
mean,
ground.
he came in hot, so it's going to be a big collision. You know, it's expected.
And that's what he's looking for. And this is what they're going to need to do this last minute of the game. They're going to be fouling. It's
That's
going to
gonna be
take
slow.
a while. If the Scrappers can keep hitting their shots, it's going to. Or I apologize. If the Mystics can keep hitting their free throws, they should be able to walk down to this one with a win, to the surprise of everybody. But you know they went 1 for 2 there, and if Chris can start getting some layups, if he can get some free throws to go, anything can happen. Makes the first
That's big.
4-point game.
To get it to a 1-possession game here.
Misses that one.
Good
Dave
board
with
from
the board.
Dave.
But at least, you know, you got to be happy with one. Ball's out of bounds.
Man, I don't know about that. He was kind of getting mugged there.
No foul call from Josh. Bit of a controversy here.
Are they saying Dave just fell over?
They're saying Dave fell. They're saying Dave just fell over. He was trying to keep the ball away, and he was turning, but
They pushed him out of bounds.
yeah,
I have to say, it looked like he was getting mugged there, but
a little bit. But Scrappers have to be happy with that one, and for a team that was complaining to the refs quite a bit, you know, you got to be appreciative of the refs with that one. Ice misses the 3 in crunch time. Brazzy with the putback misses. Hunter with the rebound.
Wow, good
Hunter
rebound.
will be dribbling it out and fouled by Chris, and Hunter back to the line.
another set of big free throws. This is really a mental game, as much as a physical, with the free throw battle. You know, every free throw matters. You can't take your focus off.
And I'm sure, you know, the Scrappers, their offense, the rest of the way, coming out of these free throws, it's going to be Chris getting the ball and going full speed down the court. As Hunter makes another free throw.
What a free throw.
I mean, the Scrappers are in shambles right now a little bit.
Yeah, they gotta be
with
nervous.
this Free throw shooting from the Mystics.
Oh my,
it is
butter. He is butter.
unbelievable free throw shooting. They must have been
mean-
just in the gym shooting free throws all week long.
That summer camp was a great one. I need to
And
go.
see, this is what I was talking about. They got to get someone up on Chris so he can't just immediately
Yeah.
take the ball and shoot.
That's what you wanted to look
The,
for.
the last foul was 5 seconds ago, and so the Mystics are back to the line. Luckily, they're making their free throws right now in the scrap.
Yeah, but if they weren't,
But you got to get someone up there and make them, you know, use some time to bring the ball up the clock.
for sure. Honestly, that's what the Scrappers wanted to see, like in terms of shot selection, like a quick 3. They rolled it up almost the entire way. I don't like that they let him roll it up all the way. I would press it, make him pick it up.
Nate talking mid free throw, a ref talking mid free throw. I mean, a bit questionable there.
Bit questionable.
It's a 6-point game. Dave misses the first. This would make it a 3-possession game.
Wow.
No good. What's the offensive rebound?
Get that.
Hunter. Oh no, and it's
Almost like
over
some
to Chris.
hesitation there.
Yeah, it was a
Didn't really go
Chris
for it.
Tice from 3. He needs this one.
Oh,
no good.
man.
Rebound. Neal. Foul again. Neal to the line.
Man, it's just 7
And-
seconds between every foul.
Yeah, and you know that's what happens when the Mystics their late game defense here isn't great to say the least. They're really letting the
52 to
Scrappers kind
46,
of get whatever looks they
Mystics with
want,
33 seconds
but
left.
luckily for them, the Scrappers haven't been able to make them fall.
Yeah, I have no horse in this race, and I feel stressed watching this game.
right now the Mystics are thinking to themselves like, man, it is in our grasp. We could beat the Scrappers right now.
Nice
With the line
free
drive
throw.
free throw, I mean, this is
It really
crazy.
is
And I mean, they made
unorthodox,
so many
but
free throws.
he makes them. I mean, this is just unprecedented free throw shooting from the SPBL. I've never seen anything like it.
Unbelievable. The
They're
Scrappers
closing out.
are so upset right now, and I would be too. This is not what you expect when you're getting into a foul.
I mean, that's just too easy, though.
But-
What is that defense?
This late game defense, they have to be better about themselves. Dave over to Travis. Travis loses the ball, gets it back. Foul, right?
Got a little time off the clock, but that was abysmal defense there from the Mystics.
And right now, if you're the Mystics, it can only go downhill for you. So you need to continue to do things to prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Making the free throws is a great way to do it, but you need to play a little bit of defense still. It's not over.
Does it matter? I mean, does it matter? You just hit every free throw.
They don't miss a free throw. I mean, this has been spectacular, like in shooting. This is.
And a
they've done it
board.
million times. And Hunter gets it
Wow.
back. That is
No, that might be the
down.
dagger.
That's a dagger.
That might be the dagger.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to try to. Don't pick it up if I'm them.
Chris will pull a three, certainly. Nope. Over to Michael, who will pull the three. And makes
bang.
it. Right?
Okay.
I mean, there you go. That cuts back that 3-point lead.
6-point game.
Back to the Mystics. Foul. Travis
17
back to the
seconds.
line.
One here will make it a 3-possession game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Scrappers, it seems like it's been over for a while, but in reality, 6-point game, free throw shooting typically isn't that great, and Travis did just miss one. And you got to get lucky. You haven't been able to hit threes all game, but if you hit 2 threes, you get back quickly. But Travis makes another free throw.
Wow.
Travis, like 2 for 2 from the line.
Great
This
composure
has
from
been
Travis there.
simply incredible offense from the Mystics. I mean, the fact that
I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I mean, they're closing out the game by just making every free throw. I mean,
and this is what like you see out of seasoned veteran teams that know what it's like
Yeah.
to be shooting
You-
pressure free throws.
exactly. You would not expect this from the team with the worst record in the league.
Oh yeah, and this is something that you would expect from the Scrappers. But then again, the Mystics haven't been in this scenario very often.
I mean,
And
maybe.
this could be who they are. They could be really good at free throws, but they don't get the.
They might be the
opportunities to
best
do
from
it.
the lead team
yeah.
in the league.
And so, I guess time will tell. But right now, this is looking like a win for the Mystics, and this has just been incredible. And
I mean, what does this mean for the other teams in the league? I mean, the teams that are fighting for a playoff spot. I mean, if the Mystics
Yeah.
get this win,
that is really important, especially because the Gravediggers, they lost to the Ball Hogs. They're pending loss to the Blackfriars, which hasn't been official yet, and they're gonna have to play the Mystics. And if the Gravediggers can't win that one, it's gonna look really bad for their prospects
yeah,
of making
I
the playoffs.
don't think there's a way.
But on the same note, the Mystics winning a game like this really gives any team in the league hope to win any game. If you
That's
are
true.
the Gravediggers and you're
You see
fighting
this.
for a playoff spot and you see something like this, the Gravediggers have to play the Scrappers 2 games to end the season. And, after seeing this, I'm sure they think that they can win one of them. Michael Roberts from deep, air balls, Hunter with the board, over to Neal, and with 10 seconds left, they're going to pass it up to Dave, and it looks like that is going to do it here. They're calling off the foul.
Wow.
Razzie thought about fouling, over to Hunter, Hunter over to Dave, Dave going to dribble out the clock.
Who would have thought?
And that will do it.
That will bring it.
An upset, to say the least. Mystics over the Scrappers. What a fantastic game.
That was an incredible game to
I mean,
watch.
This has been a great league season. Different turns and different performances every game, and this is definitely something that is a surprise, not what you expected. And the Mystics have a lot to look forward to.
Just an
now.
overall great team performance from the Mystics. I think every player stepped up, played their role. Everyone was knocking free throws down, doing what they're best at. I mean, if they're playing like that, they have a real threat to go deep.
So I guess we'll have the opportunity to interview one of these players. Do you think should we be interviewing Hunter or Neil? Because I think it's one of those two. Those two have been electric today. They both kind of willed the Mystics to victory.
Right. I think we should grab Neil because
Yeah.
it felt like a Neil sanity game.
Yeah, I would agree as well. That's where I was thinking. Neil, he's going to be our player of the game today, media's player of the game, and we'll get him in for an interview in a little bit to talk about this win. But looking at the Scrappers for now, they were 3-0. They came off of a big win against the Blackfriars, who were the supposed second best team in the league, or possibly best, along with the Scrappers. And I'm sure that they had a little bit of a high from that game, that they were overlooking this Mystics team a little bit. What do you think the Scrappers need to do to get back on track here?
Yeah, I think that their shooting shouldn't be this bad. It really shouldn't. But they still could have done other things. They played fine defense, but just like diversifying their offense, like movement, they don't move very much. They kind of like settle for a three, or it's Chris's job to take a drive. I think like if they set more screens, had more movement on offense, I think that would benefit them greatly. And in terms of if they are having a cold day shooting from three, they won't lose to a team like the Mystics.
Yeah, and they've been working a lot on their game and as a team, and I think they just need to get some better shooting going, really. But looks like we have Neil coming over here. Neil, come on up here. We gotta get Neil in on this. What a fantastic showing from the Mystics today.
Wow.
That was unbelievable shooting. That's what we were hoping to see out of the Mystics all season. This was a fantastic game for you guys. Can you tell us a little bit about what was going through your head, especially in that third quarter when you started hitting a lot of threes, and what you were seeing on offense?
We were trying to get mismatches because that's like me and Travis were steadily setting picks. We were trying to get Carson on me and Chris off of me, which actually I think I shot better with Chris on me actually, But yeah, we just played hard. I think we just shot like 82% as a team from free throw. I don't know. I guess like their team's a lot like the same as last year, and so we sort of knew how to play them, considering we basically had the same team as last year.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned the free throw shooting. That was a big surprise for us. We were not expecting that out of you guys.
Here.
Yeah, that was shocking.
So was that a surprise to you as well?
Yeah. 100%.
At the start of the game, I was like, yeah, they're a terrible free throw shooting league. And then y'all did not miss a single time. So,
Yeah.
Y'all closed it out. What about those free throws? Have y'all been working on those free throws, or was it just right day?
I guess they have. If I'm going to be honest, I haven't shot a basketball since the last time we played here.
I couldn't notice. I couldn't tell.
Okay, I've shot a basketball in a pool, but it's not the same
Same
thing.
physics.
But
Maybe you need to do more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New workout routine.
Yeah.
So what do you think you guys can take away from this game moving forward? Obviously, your first win of the season really comes at an important time in a big way. What are you looking for the rest of the season out of your team? And
what kind of confidence do you get from
yeah.
winning a game like this?
A lot. Because they're good. Michael's tremendous down low, great player. Chris is arguably the best in the league. We can get boards. I feel like the other two games we just didn't hustle as much, just because the other team got a big lead early, and we were just like, oh, screw it, we'll just shoot whatever now, just get points on the board. But we're a lot more strategic today. I don't know. I'm like shaking. I think we all thought we were gonna lose this game, but yeah, I think I shot 1-2 the entire time. They wouldn't let me drive, and it forced me to find other people open. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, y'all just all stepped up at the right time. That's your spot right there. That,
this
wing,
right wing,
right wing three.
right here.
You don't want to know.
Absolutely electric.
Yeah. And so
that's the horse spot right there.
And you mentioned all of you stepped up. Each of you seem to have a very good role. When you can fulfill that role, your team is very good. And I think that's something that if you guys can keep doing it moving forward, you guys can really beat anyone with the way you played today. Combine the shooting with that rebounding. You guys were very great on the boards. Really keep preventing the Scrappers from getting second chances for most of the game. And so and we noticed there were a lot of times where it seemed like the Scrappers were very open from three. And they, to be fair, they struggled a lot from deep. Yeah. Was that a strategy of yours coming in?
Yes, it was. Because like I said, I know exactly how they play. I know how good they shoot. Chris gets a little nervous when he plays me. I'm gonna be honest. I do the same thing when I play against him. But yeah, I mean, we just knew some of their threes weren't going in. There was actually one time right before the half, I think, or the end of the third quarter, I told them to purposely leave Carson open, and I don't think it even touched net. It went straight through the goal.
Yeah.
It was a three ball. But yeah, I mean, I texted him this morning. I was like, look, we need help defense, and I was telling them, I was like, we're not running any zone bullshit, because if we played zone the whole game, Keno would have had 45 on us driving the lane. Um, but I think the help defense and just like, I don't know, vibes are high today.
Yeah, y'all seem like you're having fun out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, great performance today.
Yeah.
We really wish you guys the best moving forward in this
Thank you for
season.
stopping in,
Yeah,
having an
thanks
interview
for
with us.
interviewing us.
Enjoyed it.
My
bad.
Good luck the rest of the way, and hope to see you guys get in the playoffs now in the hunt.
Yeah.
In the hunt.
came down.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course. Good luck, Sean. Well, all right, everyone. Thank y'all for joining us.
Yeah, so that was the end of the game one between the Scrappers and the Mystics. A big upset there, definitely unexpected. And Neil was just here to talk with us, talking about how they had the strategy of making the Scrappers shoot threes, and it worked out for them. And on a different day, different scenario, the Scrappers might hit 7 threes and come away with it
Maybe a
easily.
different story.
But the way it played out today, it really shows that anybody can beat anybody. Mystics hit the free throws at the end to come away with it. And
Well said.
for that being the first game of this doubleheader, I have really high hopes for the second game now too, and hopefully can live up to that first game. But it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, that was amazing. I am ready and in store for the next game. Thank y'all for watching.
We'll be back.